Hey guys, what's up? How are you? Welcome into a Sunday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt. And the end of the regular season for college football is upon us. We had a pretty good futures, 3-0 on futures with Georgia, Ohio State, and Penn State. We get those right. We got UVA wrong. How did they lose that game? My goodness, what does Duke have to do to get into the playoffs? Well, don't lose 5 games. How about that? Unbelievable. The ACC will not have a representative in the playoffs, but JMU, could James Madison be in the playoffs? Unbelievable. But a good day overall for us, up 1.9 units. Georgia to win the SEC. We did hedge off that with the Alabama for 1.5 units, but we win 3.6 units there. Ohio State goes over 10.5 wins. Penn State goes way under 10.5 wins. BYU, Bama wrong. So then we get the Alabama money line wrong as well, but that was the hedge there. So 3-3 mark, but up 1.9 units on the day for us. So we continue to have a very good week here for us this week in the first week of December. I'll recap November. As I said before, the person that does all the tracking has been very busy. So we're slowly catching up from the Thanksgiving holiday. So I should have an answer for you guys coming up in the near future. Day or two for us to be able to recap November, but I'm pretty sure we had either a flat or a losing month. October was a loser for sure. I don't know what we did really with November, so got to wait and see how we can kind of calculate all of it. But December, off to a very good start for us here today. Now, Andrew Erickson and I will have you for the live stream coming up at noon Eastern time. We will go through the entire betting slate. Andrew will give you his bets, his thoughts on the day, on the slate. Plus, I'll have player props. Andrew will as well for us for 1 hour. We'll go for 1 hour on the BettingPros YouTube channel. Go and search it at BettingPros on YouTube, 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern for 1 hour. We look forward to hearing, seeing, and talking with you guys about the entire NFL slate and giving out player props. But here is my card for the day today. There is a Hard Rock bet of the day. We are 6-2 on our Hard Rock bets of the day. Got another one coming at you here for today. But let's start here with Jacksonville and their game up against the Colts. Did you know that the Colts have the hardest strength of schedule remaining of basically anybody playing football trying to make the playoffs right now? If you want to bet Indianapolis to miss the playoffs, most books have it at plus 200. I would make that bet. I probably should make that bet before this game goes off, but you can do it if you would like. I thought about making it official, and I'm not going to make it official, but it's a very good bet to make. Why? Because they play the Jags, the Seahawks, the 49ers, the Jaguars, and the Texans. All 5 of those teams are currently in the playoffs right now. Under Shane Steichen, this has been the problem. Fast starts, bad Decembers. 8-4 during the first quarter of the year. 26-20. They've been fast starters. They've gotten good starts. First quarter, they've been great. But Shane Steichen bounced back off divisional games. Indy is 5-7 ATS, including going 0-4 straight up and 0-4 against the spread in his last 4 games off an AFC South matchup. That is not good for the Colts. They beat the Texans last week. Now they play another AFC South team in Jacksonville, who they cannot beat, at least against the spread. Since 2015, Indianapolis is 3-16-1 ATS against Jacksonville for games on a neutral field or on the road. 9-1 Jacksonville ATS-wise up against the Colts. 9-1 for the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence has started 7 games as a dog, either against the Colts or the Texans, and he's been very difficult to beat against the spread. 5-2 ATS. This number is down to 1.5. Daniel Jones has a broken fibula. Sauce Gardner is out with a calf strain. This is all bad news. Jaguars money line. Forget the 1.5. Don't need it. Take the plus 110. We're going Jags money line for 1 unit. Bet number 2. Let's talk about the Jets and the Miami Dolphins. I do not like how much money is on the Dolphins. Everybody thinks this is going to be an easy walk in the park for Miami. Nope. This is Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor is a cashing machine. We backed him last week. We're backing him again this week. It was 3 last week. It's 3 this week. Tyrod Taylor is 37, 21, and 4 against the number as a starter in the NFL. That dude hits at 63%. Since the start of 2022, he is 7-0-1 ATS in 8 starts. Hi. He has been phenomenal. Somebody should just give this guy, the Raiders should 100% sign Tyrod Taylor for next year and just draft a quarterback and let him be that guy. Just a veteran quarterback who will be competent in the position while you develop a young quarterback behind him. Tua on the road against Tua at home. On the road or neutral, Tua is 15-21 straight up, 16-19-1 against the spread. At home, it's a complete opposite. He's 27-11 at home straight up. Road and neutral in December or later. This is a Miami-based team, obviously, the Dolphins, in the cold of New England, in the Northeast, in New York, in the tri-state area. Tua's 3-8 straight up, 3-8 against the spread. No good. No good. The Dolphins are off a bye, okay? They get extended rest. But when Coach McDaniel has his team on extended rest, he's 5-8 against the spread. When he's a favorite, he's 3-6 in this spot. Home dog in cold temperatures with Tyrod Taylor. Give me the Jets. Give me the Jets. We're taking the Jets at +3. We're jumping in. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Hold on. That didn't take. Hold on. Sorry. That should have taken. I don't know why that didn't take. There it is. Jags money line. Jets +3 at home against the Dolphins. Let's keep right here with the dog play. And this is just the black and blue play. This is just the auto play of the day. Ravens, Steelers. Whoever's the dog, you bet. Just in the regular season, when Mike Tomlin plays against John Harbaugh, the underdog is 24-7-3. 24-7-3. The number is 6. It's crazy. When the line is 3 or more, it's 6 right now. The underdog is 23-5-3. That's unbelievable. Both these teams are 6-6. When the Ravens are favored, they're just 7-7 straight up and 3-10-1 against the spread. Lamar Jackson was 0-5 ATS-wise against the Steelers. He's now won and covered 2 games in a row. They've beaten up on the Steelers pretty handedly in those games, but the last 2 meetings between Baltimore and Pittsburgh have been won by the Ravens by 14 and 17 points. But the margin for the Steelers in the previous 9 meetings ranged from 1 to 7, and basically every meeting in between. Since the start of 2015, the Steelers and Ravens have met 21 times. 16 of those 21 games had a final margin of 7 points or fewer. This number is 6. Give me the dog. I'm taking Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh +6. We go to Sunday Night Football, and we take a look at the KC Chiefs. Backs are against the wall for both the Texans and the Chiefs. This is, again, a de facto game, elimination game, right? Chiefs have to have it. The Chiefs have won 5 straight games against the Texans. Patrick Mahomes has been very good against the Texans. The Chiefs are on a 4-game ATS losing streak, and they're 1-3 straight up over the last 4 games. With Mahomes as the starting quarterback, this is unusual for him to have these situations. In fact, and I told you guys this, Pat Fitzmaurice and I talked about it on Tuesday. I don't think I talked about it on the Juice yet, but since the 1st of November of 2024, Patrick Mahomes is 9-15 ATS in 24 starts. That is the least profitable quarterback against the number in the NFL. However, when the Chiefs need it, when they are backs are against the wall, when they have to have it, their defense rises up and their offense will do enough to win. It's never easy to win at Arrowhead, but maybe this Texans team has got something for Kansas City. This is the season for the Chiefs. If they lose, they go to 6-7, and you can pretty much say it's done. Sorry if you have kids in the car. But that's what they'll be. They'll be 6-7. Good night. Goodbye. See you later. I'm not expecting every call is going to go Casey's way. Texans are good, but they're not good enough. I'm going to lay it with the Chiefs. Chiefs -3 at home on Sunday night up against the Texans. More in this game here in just 1 second for the Hard Rock play of the day. But the teaser for the week, this is a must-win for the Buffalo Bills. Look, I hope I'm wrong. I hope the Bengals go up there and win, okay? But the number is 5.5, and I can tease it down to basically half a point, money line play for the Bills, and the Bills have to have it, okay? Burrow will have T. Higgins, and Burrow will also have Jamar Chase. You want to bet the over? I like it. Bet the over. However, Josh Allen and company, Burrow is great as a dog. Okay, he's tremendous. So you want to say that the Bills win, Bengals cover? Fine. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna push you on this. But Burrow and the Bengals have been pretty good against the Bills. They're 2-0 straight up and 2-0 against the spread. When they're coming off of when they're facing, when it's Burrow against Allen facing off. Josh Allen at home in December. If they lose this game next week against the Patriots, really doesn't matter all that much. But for the Patriots, they'd be trying to clinch the AFC East. I don't think I'm going to get that lucky. Bills will win the game. How? They'll find a way. No Trey Hendrickson. That defense is a big problem. Shootout in Buffalo, but I'll take the Bills to win. The other leg, we're going to go and take a look at. I think there's opportunities here to tease a couple different games. You can be aggressive with a couple different teams and a couple different numbers. Like, you could tease Seattle down if you wanted to. They're 7. You could go and take the Vikings and tease the Vikings up. I don't mind jumping in and doing that. Like, this is actually a pretty good teaser week with a bunch of teams that are favored by 6, like the Ravens. You can jump in the Ravens and pull the Ravens down if you want. I think the Broncos game is a prop game. I think I don't want to lay that many points with the Broncos on the road, given what happened in the first meeting, but I think you can. The other side of the teaser, I'm going to take the Packers. I'm going to pull the Packers down to a half a point or the Packers down to 1 point in a 6-point teaser because I think the Packers are going to win this game. Why? Matt LaFleur at home in December have been dominant. In December in general, Matt LaFleur has been dominant. He's 20-4 straight up in the month of December when he's the head coach. 20-4. LaFleur has 8+ straight up losses every month during the regular season except for December. At home, Matt LaFleur is 10-1 straight up in December. And on 10 days rest, LaFleur is 4-0 straight up in December and 6-1 straight up in December or later. I know it's Ben Johnson. I know I've been calling for the Bears to be somewhat exposed. I don't think they get killed. I just think the Packers find a way to win this game. Okay? Even after winning in Week 18 last year, the Bears are 1-11 straight up against the Packers, including a mark of 2-10 against the spread over their last 12 games. That is not great. The Bears may cover this number. They've covered in back-to-back games against the Packers. It would be 3 straight for the first time since 1997 to 1999 when they covered 5 straight games against Green Bay. We don't need them to cover. We just need them to win the game. The Bears have won 5 straight games by single digits after taking down the Eagles last week. 21 teams in the Super Bowl era have won 5 straight games all by single digits. 3 of those 21 teams went on to make the Super Bowl, including the 2020 Chiefs were able to do that. So the Bears have been very good against divisional matchups, but not great against the number. 9, 17, and 1 ATS against the NFC North. That's the worst mark for any team against their own division in the NFL. We're going to pull it down. We're going to go and jump in on the Bills, laying a half a point, and the Packers on the money line, essentially Bills money line, Packers money line for a minus 125 teaser, 6-point teaser. So we're going Jags money line, Jets +3, Pittsburgh +6, KC -3, and the teaser is Bills and the Packers, basically both being money lines. Before we give you the Hard Rock play of the day, let me remind you that Hard Rock Bet is the title sponsor of the Daily Juice podcast. Holidays are here. Sports schedule is packed tighter than Santa's gift bag. You've got football, bowl games, NBA, college hoops, hockey, and more. Hard Rock Bet's got something to unwrap and bet on every single day. New customers can sign up and get a $5 bet for any game. If it wins, you'll find $150 in bonus bets on top of your winnings in your stocking. Now that's holiday magic. Don't forget about the Hard Rock Bet, what they've got available from the Stats Hub as well. And remember, Hard Rock Bet is the only legal sports book in Florida, but it's also legal in Arizona, Ohio, New Jersey, Indiana, Tennessee, Virginia, Illinois, Colorado, and Michigan. Plus, Hard Rock Bet offers new promos daily, so download the Hard Rock Bet app and make your first deposit today. I'll tell you this. I drove the Strip last night. I had not been down to the Strip probably a month and a half, 2 months, maybe in 2 months since I've been down to the Strip. I haven't been down there very much. I hadn't had a reason to go down to the Strip. The Hard Rock Bet Casino, the guitar is going to be where there's 2 towers, but the big tower where the hotel rooms are going to be is going to be a monstrosity. I couldn't believe how big it was. The outline is about half done. And it's huge. Like, it is going to light up the Strip in such a... I mean, we've talked about the Sphere changing the skyline of Vegas. The Hard Rock guitar is going to change everything. It's going to be wild. I knew it was going to be big, but you put that and the new ballpark at the site of the Tropicana across from MGM, and in 2028, the Strip's going to look a lot different. Strip's going to look pretty cool. Like, it's going to have a couple of really cool things on it, with the Hard Rock Bet Casino set to open up just before the ballpark is set to open up for the new Las Vegas A's, who will start play in 2028 here in Las Vegas. Hard Rock Bet of the day. What are we doing? We're jumping down the under. KC Houston, under 41.5 at minus 110. Now, why? Why are we doing this? To me, this is going to be a rock fight football game. I think we're going to be in for 2 teams that simply do not score very many points at all on offense. 4-2 to the under this season on the road for the Houston Texans, and KC is 5-1 to the under at home. Against the AFC, 4-3 to the under for the Chiefs, 6-2 to the under for the Houston Texans. This is the best defense in football. 4 of the last 5 games for the Texans have gone under, including 3 straight. If it wasn't for the Dallas game on Thanksgiving going over, it was a run of 6 consecutive unders for the Chiefs, dating all the way back to the Jacksonville game on the road. So for home games, Philly, home game, under by 10. Baltimore did go over, but that's the only game that went over at home. Detroit, under by 4 points. Vegas, under by 13.5 points. Washington, under by 13 points. Indianapolis, under by 6.5 points. It's a primetime game. I don't think the Chiefs want to get into a shootout or have Mahomes passing a lot, just given the pass rush for the Houston Texans and the banged up offensive line for the Chiefs. They got a bunch of injuries to worry about offensive line-wise. Jawan Taylor, their tackle, is questionable for this game. Trey Smith, guard, is questionable for this game. Jalen Moore, questionable for this game. We'll see who winds up playing, but that's 3 offensive linemen for the Chiefs that are game time decisions coming up. They're going to run the ball. They don't want to have Mahomes back there throwing the ball 40 times against this pass rush. I think that it's a conservative game plan. We're coming in on the under 41.5 for the Hard Rock bet of the day here today. All right. So our plays for today, once again, Jags money line, Jets +3, Pittsburgh +6, KC -3, teaser of the Bills and the Packers, and the Hard Rock bet of the day of the under KC in Houston for Sunday Night Football. Player props coming at you on the live stream with myself and Andrew Erickson at noon Eastern time on the BettingPros YouTube channel. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all my socials at Sports Talk Matt every morning, wherever you guys get your podcasts. It is the Daily Juice.